Hey, you know what the up? Y'all Mexicans are doing drugs too? What the is wrong with y'all? Y'all broke with crowds? No.
What
Who's lying? No wonder you got a
See, videos like this run me hot. Videos like this really piss me off because, you know, people talk crazy to law enforcement because they know that for the most part, they can't do anything based off of just your words. You think they would talk to regular people in the public like that? Absolutely not. They know that these people are at work, so they try to bully them only because they know they can't do anything back. Our law enforcement they need more protection. You know, it's crazy. I watch these, especially these restaurant videos, but they'll do all of this, but as soon let some dine and dash black people come in there, or let somebody want to rob the restaurant, or when they go upside your head and rob you and take your purse in the parking lot, oh, now you're begging for the police. I seen the same thing in LA. The same people that were talking about defund the police, a couple months later, there's a home invasion. People are trying to kick their door in of their apartment because word on the street is they have a lot of weed in there. This is when the weed became legal. So people would find out who had, everybody talks. They'll find out somebody has a few pounds in their apartment. 5 or 6 dudes show up. Who are you going to call now? Oh, call the police. When people say that around me now, especially if you're black, I look at you crazy and then I ask you, I say, no, call BLM. No, call the people in this restaurant that are harassing the police. No, call someone, call a counselor, call Newsom, call anybody else. Do not call the police because you disrespect the police. You don't appreciate them being there. And to be honest, I understand why they no longer want to show up, especially if the perpetrator is somebody of color. It's just, why show up? If I handcuff the person, they're going to call me racist. If I shoot the person because they're literally an active shooter, I'm racist and I can lose my job. Why risk it? These people are in this restaurant pretending like there are not monsters outside, like there are not monsters that are illegal aliens that have to get out of here. Like these agents are not saving children from human trafficking. Like they're not recapturing and deporting murderers and rapists and fraudsters and just the worst people in society. They pretend like the police are the criminals, but not the people who they're literally calling every day to come save their sorry fucking asses. Every day people are begging for police and begging for law enforcement. I watch get on Twitter. You'll see a bunch of people in the hood fighting. First chance they get, call the police. Wait a minute. You guys hate the police. Matter of fact, black people are so vocal about hating the police, they've convinced non-black people, like the ones in this restaurant, to hate the police. It's now popular. The same people you have to call for help, you hate them and you're mad because they're picking up food. That's my pet peeve. Do not bother me when I'm trying to eat. Now they have to worry about people messing with their food because you have an illegal working in the kitchen? You should put an American in there. You can't blame us for your problems, but law enforcement is exactly who you're calling when you need help. And make no mistake about it, ICE is just as much law enforcement as a local PD, as a FBI agent, as DEA, as ATF. You think they're not? Okay, pull a gun out on them and see what happens. Shoot at one of them, and when they kill you, see if they go to jail. They're not. They're not above the law. They are the law. The laws are put in place for public safety purposes. You don't want to obey our laws, right? You don't like our law enforcement? You're in the wrong country. Go home. This is not your home. You live here. You were born here. Go somewhere else. Go find a new home. Find a country that has no laws. But last time I checked, every country has laws. Every country has a customs department and they have immigration screening. Even the poorest countries on earth. You have to go through their customs and you have to go through their procedures. There's a government there everywhere you go. The United States is not special because they enforce their laws. The worst part is we took so long to do it. Now that we're all of a sudden enforcing laws, it's just like a kid who grew up never being disciplined. All of a sudden they turn 15 and one of their parents comes back and starts telling them what to do. They should have been doing it from day one, but they weren't there. So now you got this rebellious kid that's mad at having rules and discipline, and they rebel. We have not enforced our laws to this point in so long that people aren't used to it, and they're starting to rebel like spoiled fucking kids. And it's ridiculous, and it's embarrassing. Yeah, they got their stun gun out. This guy's a threat.
D. This is like, wow.
Like, what's up? Where's your warrants? They have to leave. They have to leave.
No warrant required for me to pick up food. I'm an agent. I'm not searching the place. I can go in anywhere I want. I'm just glad our ICE agents are being handsomely rewarded for their time, their energy, and their patience. They're being paid very well, and they're doing a bang-up job. I hope this ignites fury inside of these agents, and that little bit of respect and empathy and sympathy they had for some of these people, I hope they flush it down the drain when they go piss. Give them hell. These people are ungrateful. They're un-American. They're not patriotic. They're just literally in our country, taking up space and bringing it down. They're literally voting Democrat. The Democrats, people keep saying, oh, the pedophiles, the pedophiles. Only the Democrats have created policies to protect pedophiles. Republicans haven't. Say what you want to say about Republicans, but only the Democrats passed Senate Bill 145 in California, which literally removed the penalties of having to register on a sex offenders list when you're caught having sex with an underage child, especially if it's a boy, especially if you say the boy's gay. They removed the penalty of having to register as a sex offender. So when you're talking about pedos, only the Democrats, which you support all the Democrats, only the Democrats have it enshrined in policy. There's no government, there's no Republicans or our president have never proposed a bill that we would decriminalize crimes against children. Only the Democrats have done it. So with all this pedo talk, get the fuck out of here. You guys don't care when it was Scott Wiener. You don't care when it's the gays in California or the gays in Minnesota, but yet you pretend you hate pedophiles because you think Trump did something on a plane 30 years ago. You're not sure. You're just you have these fantasies about Trump and kids. It's weird. We literally have laws on the book that you can Google yourself right now. You cannot look up anything that can give you some proof about Trump, but you can actually look up Senate Bill 145 right now. You choose to ignore it because you're in a cult and you can't think for yourself. It's sick. And then, but again, our brave men and women in uniform, I appreciate the work they're doing and I admire it. And I'm glad they kept their cool right now. But I wish that they would have just taken somebody as a threat, spray that whole fucking place with orange mace and let it stick to all these ungrateful pieces of trash. Make me take off. That's my own answer. Make me. Come do something. If you're not going to do anything, shut the fuck up. Well, make me take my mask off. Come take it off me. You're not scared. You're not scared of me. You're not scared of Trump. Come do it yourself. Don't sit up and scream at me. Come be about it. If I'm such a bitch, why am I the one leaving and why are you screaming? If I'm such a bitch, come prove it. Why are you the one way in the back screaming and crying from a distance? I guess these people don't know the words and they don't know the definition of these words, which is strange.
Un-American pieces of shit. Cowards. Nazi pieces of cowards.
Did Germany have laws in the 1930s and 40s? Absolutely. So they're Nazis now because they enforce laws. Mexico has laws. Are you going to call the Mexicans Nazis? What about the Colombians? What about the Brazilians? They deport people every single day for overstaying their visa, trying to enter the country illegally. You're going to say that about the Europeans? Or which country does not have immigration laws or any laws? That way you can't call them a Nazi. Let's see if you got any examples of that. But if not, you're literally just trying to shame these people so that they don't enforce the laws. You want lawlessness. You want us to hand the country over to criminals. You want us to lose everything that we worked for. You didn't work for it. We did. We built it. And you want to hand it over to others. Good thing you're not in charge and we're not going to let you hand over anything. So that's where you see this impasse. Again, you can live in the United States. You could have been born here. You can speak English. It doesn't make you an American. The people in this restaurant that hate our law enforcement but will beg for law enforcement to come save them when they get into a situation, when some black muggers walk up and punch them or stab them in the throat on the subway, and you're begging for justice and for help, make sure you keep that same energy and you leave our law enforcement out of your bullshit. Help yourself. Like and subscribe, share the video. America first, America only.
I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.